What's good, guys? Welcome back to Science Work channel regarding hobbies. Today we're gonna do another unpacking or unboxing video. I think this video it had taken quite a long time for me to do it. As always, I'll be doing unpacking unboxing video in English, since I said like in the last video that YouTube will change their algorithm, so I'll try to put more English content, while the full review may be in bahasa Melayu. So we got here today is this jersey from Kelme, from a brand that is based in Spain actually. Consider that this year they are sponsoring a Seoul team, which is Negeri Sembilan FC, my team. I got quite a good, not quite good lah, a bad perception from the fan and critics all around. So earlier this year, I think it caused such a havoc among the fan, because this is not a custom jersey, it's a template based jersey. It arrived at the same time as this jersey. I've done this review and unpacking months ago. This is the KLCT FC jersey. Like I said in the video, the reason why they took this template from a badminton kit is because the current kit that they just launched for cup matches is the real jersey, but at the time the quality was not good. They decided to opt it for that jersey, and consider that jersey is not a cheap jersey. It sells around 150, 140 if not mistaken. But I look around the net, Shopee, Lazada, that jersey actually originally was sold at 300 ringgit piece. So consider that a template is not a problem, because it's a high quality garment. So now we got the same problem. For some people, for me it's not a big deal. This is also a template based jersey from Kelme. If you look at the plastic, it's just a simple packaging, Kelme, and then just a glue type, nothing fancy about it. And if you take it out, it is look like a normal jersey. Actually, when they first launched it, I was quite disappointed, because consider the same day or maybe the day after, Selangor launched their beautiful green jersey. I think that jersey really makes something else this year, until Sabah released their third jersey a few years back. So when Negeri Sembilan launched their jersey, I have high expectation for Kelmy to step out. But they went another route. They launched the away jersey first, which is the yellow color, but the jersey is way disappointing than this one. That's why I got the home jersey. The home jersey is far better than the away jersey. Consider that the away jersey have the paw here, but the home jersey doesn't have that. Kelme is actually quite a big brand. They sponsor Real Madrid in the mid-90s. Consider that size of a brand is not a big problem for a team like Negeri Sembilan, even though some fans are complaining a lot about it. And I didn't know what's the big fuss about that as well. The main reason, because this year, if you close this, is 1923, now is year 2023, is the sanitary year for Negeri Sembilan. That's the biggest problem, because last year Negeri Sembilan was sponsored by Kaki Jersey. They produced quite a good jersey, beautiful kit. I bought one of them, and I think it is one of the more beautiful jersey in recent times. And consider the price. Kaki jersey produced kit just around 100 ringgit, 109 ringgit if not mistaken. Quite cheap for that kind of quality. Even though we have some problem at the back of last year, this 100 years with the logo. Last year jersey have 99 years with that fat periwing kind of shield. That one is the biggest problem. Some of my friends bought that, and after washing few times it just went off. Consider this one is the silk screen, or maybe a vinyl hot press. I think it won't be that problem. It won't went off. So this is the jersey, and Kelme slogan was "Leave your mark," which consider that if you look at the paw, this look like maybe a dog paw or maybe bear paw. So for animals to leave their mark, they will leave their paw. So their tagline is considered suitable with their logo and so forth. I'm not gonna proving that. I just want to talk about this jersey. Earlier this year, I was invited to Astro Radio to be precise, for a podcast called Ultra Kwachi or Ultra Kwachi. In that session or that episode, that is the time when this jersey was a big topic, especially jersey for team Negeri Sembilan and Kuala Lumpur. The template thing was a very bad thing to be talked about, and everyone talked about like template was a bad thing. So I didn't see that any problem, because all the big clubs in the world have this kind of template thing. And for that, I got invited to Astro to give some of my view for that podcast, and I was very humble and very excited, to be honest, as a designer, product designer, engineering design engineer, and so forth. Design is something I love to talk about, and when given a chance, I would take a chance without thinking much. So in that session, I was talking about that the price of jersey is going up, and I believe next year the price will go up gradually. The reason is because our currency now, ringgit, is not it's not looking very good compared to other currency, especially US dollar this year. And I think for that, all these brands are made outside. Like this one, this is a Spanish brand, but it is made in China. You can see the tag there. This one has US sizing and Asia sizing. And for that, I believe next year, if it's international brand, the price will went up again. Nike, and then Joma, Kelme, Leaning, 100, whatever. And then other brand that use imported goods. I think all this jersey will have price increase. So I said in that podcast, it's better if all these big brands, especially Negeri Sembilan, because I was supporting them to have a replica version. I think it's not a big deal because all the big teams have that kind of thing. Wait a while, I'll take my Italy jersey, talk about this. If you look how Italian does it, this is the player edition with silicone badge and silicone Puma logo with ventilation holes, and can say that very tight kind of jersey, very player like condition, because player wanted that true to the skin jersey. For fans, it's not something that we want, this kind of very tight looking jersey, because we don't want to look bad wearing this jersey. If we have six pack, it will look good. with a lot of ventilation. Look at the back here. I've done this review maybe 2 years ago when the Italian team won the Euro 2020. Sorry. So, and this is their fan edition. If you look for the fan edition, it still marvel me until today. This is from Puma. The badge is not silicone rubber, but a proper patch. But the material and so forth is very beautiful under the light. How beautiful the garment is. This is what I'm trying to tell people, that all club need to have their own replica version, not just sublimation thing. And I said that for fan, it's not. They don't deserve just to have a fan version which is in sublimation. The very next day, or maybe the very next week, Twitter kind of run off, especially if you follow the guys who promote jerseys or do reviews. So it's like all the company that produce jersey have this sublimation thing. I think it's not a problem if you produce a sublimation. I'm not trying to say I didn't wear any sublimation. I have lots of sublimation jerseys. Most of my jerseys are sublimation, but we have some problem with it. And I've gone to Kelme office like 3 weeks ago. I've done an interview for my documentary about Negeri Sembilan 100 years, but I couldn't publish that because I have some thing that I asked them. I think the question is quite sensitive at times, especially this time because I'm still looking to find more information, material for that documentary, and I don't want to waste. If I publish that, maybe some of the guys in the NSFC camp maybe will be disappointed and maybe will not cooperate anymore of my material searching thing. So I decided to hold that, maybe to put that in the first episode, because the first episode maybe I will showcase the player lounge and a few matches that I went to, and of course the one that I go to the Kelme office. And when I talk to the Kelme guys, especially their boss, big boss, the big boss doesn't want to be featured, so I've got the exact to talk about Kelme and what their vision about Negeri Sembilan, and I think it's not that bad at all. The reason is because they are the same guys that provide Joma Selangor and Selangor Mac. So consider Selangor produce one of the best partnership and jerseys in Malaysia league jerseys history. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but I can say that in recent times Selangor produced one of the best partnership with Joma. I think Negeri Sembilan can do the same if NSFC given the same commitment like Selangor FC guys. I don't know who is the lead designer in that, or the creative guy in Selangor FC, but they need to be given more credits. They've done a very good job, especially how they transform Selangor attire and garments in the last 3.5 years. I think that's really great how they done it. I think Negeri Sembilan can do a better job if they have a creative guy. I even one time said to my guys at Ultrajang and some of the guys inside the NSFC, I said, if you need a designer, I can maybe give a freelance role to help this, especially how the two kids from Kelme doesn't turn out very well, and the fans are complaining when Kelme will introduce that 100 years kit. When I do the interview with Kelme guys at the office, they say there no such thing as 100-year kit material yet. The reason is simple: all the design, all the inputs need to be approved by NSFC or via them. All 100% things actually come from NSFC. So if NSFC doesn't provide any of those, no JPEG, no whatever type of folder, AI, whatever, you don't have any of those. So how come the Kelme guys can produce any of the jersey? And I will talk behalf of them. I think I could understand how they ended that few months into their partnership, because they agreed a deal with NSFC around November, and the launch is early this year. Consider this year the league is dragged longer because more teams are in the Super League normal Premier League. So consider that the Kelme guys need to find a replacement kit or a template as fast as they could. In a way, if let's say you sign a deal in November and the jersey launch as early as February, you cannot get the jersey done because all these are made in overseas, especially in China. So at least you need 6 months. If you strike a deal in 2 or 3 months, how can you make a custom jersey when the league is around the corner? You cannot wear last season sponsored jersey. Kaki jersey can drag you to court. I think that is the thing. And I think if you look at a youth team, NS youth team used last season jersey, and I asked them about that too. They say that in the deal, Kelme doesn't have the right to sponsor that team, so that's why they've been using the last year's jersey. So many people were curious about how Negeri Sembilan direction this year, especially in their form this year. A bit disappointing considering these 2 years has been what a dream for us fans. Make a dream or maybe a crazy season like last season. I can say that last season is the most craziest season in recent time when we finished fourth, especially when we are at second spot most of the campaign last season, Super League campaign. This is not Premier League but Super League. And previous year, prior to that previous year we managed to snatch the champion of Premier League with the like of Sarawak United and Johor themselves, because they consider a bigger team with bigger budgets, and I don't see how Negeri Sembilan snatch that championship under their nose. And last season we almost able to snatch the Asian places under the nose of Terengganu and Sabah, but at the very end it looks like Negeri Sembilan short of midfield, especially this year when we sell lots of our key players. I don't know what happened. I've been listening to many stories, but I didn't want to talk here. So, but we replaced with a lot of players. Because this is a good standard players, Super League type of talent from Melaka United, from Selangor, from PJ City FC. I think it should be higher in terms of placing in the Super League standing right now, and especially on the games that we are leading and we started to play full defensive mode. I consider very disappointing, especially in the game versus Sri Pahang FC, when Negeri Sembilan leading at the time 3-1 and suddenly lost at 4-3, and that's crazy. I think that's how sum up the season for Negeri Sembilan. I don't know how to make the documentary when the mood is not that good. If you ask fans all around, I think they're not very interested to give some comment. My guys at Ultrajang also in a bad mood, especially after game when we lose, we draw, uncharacteristically, especially when we got more talented player in that subs, youngsters, all these national reserve players. I don't know what happened to the tactical from the head coach slash manager Kedevan. I don't know. But for now, we talk about the jersey. This jersey, I've talked in one of my video when people are quite distracting me with all the comments, like they wanted me to give my opinion about the jersey. When I go to the player launch ceremony, I was interviewed by the guys at Ultrajang. They asked me about my opinion on the yellow jersey, the away kit. I said that kit is very average. It's not a player version type. More likely like a second class kit, or should I say the fan version. The material is not very nice. The color scheme, no vector design whatsoever. When I touch it, the garments, I feel the price 129 is not cheap. It's very, very expensive. That's why I said in the Ultra Quality podcast, it should be a replica version where you have the same material but maybe different patches, different cutting, and maybe something you can cut along the way, and you can reduce the price by 40%, like the Italian kit I showed you previously. Both of them are pretty kits, but they didn't cut the quality. They just changed the standard, maybe the grading. This one is more likely a player version where player likes to wear. This is what fans like to wear, but most of it have that beautiful premium touches. Look at this. Both they have beauty, even though if you look at that, one is player version, another one is fan version. The pricing is, one is 500 ringgit, this one is 100 ringgit, so it's like a difference of 40%. So I guess Negeri Sembilan especially, maybe they can introduce that. I even said that to the Kelme big bosses. They agree with me, but all that need to be approved by NSFC people, and I believe it will happen. I said this year how the jersey turmoil upside down, I don't think it would happen, but I still giving my point of view because I don't think I can afford to buy all this jersey at price 140, 130. Even though we're doing reviews, we're making video, we are also fans. We buy this with our money. We can afford it in the long run, and in the long run there will be more jerseys that we didn't review rather than we can afford to review. So if you look at this garment, people say it's like Ultraman kit. I would disagree with that. I think the color is quite good. I said in that launch video, the yellow video, I said if they could bring on some golden trim, it would be nice. And somehow they listen to it. And look at this, gold color, gold color, gold color, gold color, gold color. My only complaint is that the color is not uniform here, 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 and here. That makes the jersey doesn't turn out. Plus, there's no such tag here saying like Kelme original product or Negeri Sembilan 1923, like Selangor kind of vibe. Selangor, if you look at Selangor jersey down here, always have that little tag with that silicone trim. That make the jersey look premium. And look at the back. This is my critically thing that I'm not satisfied with this logo. I think 100 years they have older logo and they have the newer logo, Bola Sepak Negeri Sembilan, or 100 years of football in Negeri Sembilan, or the 100th anniversary. This is like, I don't know, maybe like city council kind of logo. I don't think this is for football thing. It just look very messy, especially if you look this color. This is a gradient color logo, and this is a monochrome lining kind of logo. So if you want to make this one white, a lining type, you should make this one also lining. So I think it's not suitable at all with this logo. We should be more minimalist. Cut all this ulang tahun ke 100 years, make it more suitable to the jersey itself. I think another complaint with the jersey is that this jersey is quite small. This is my wife's version. Actually, I have two. I have mine and my wife. I worn mine. I bought XL size, but it is quite a fit like L. So consider that if you are considered to buy this, look at the EU sizing rather than the Asian sizing. It will make a difference. Other than that, I don't see anything to talk much. The garment is more like eyelid material, but the material is quite nice. I'll do my full review later on, but my first review on this, I think the kit looks okay, but at 129 price tag, it is not affordable to many fans. So that's why I was campaigning for a better replica version. So that's it, guys, my first look on my unpacking on this jersey for Negeri Sembilan FC. Kelme X Negeri Sembilan FC for their home jersey. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and see you guys in the next one.